Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
All these people gather around you like you God Almighty, like you love them. Devils ain't got no love, man. You killing your own people.
You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. Go to iTunes now and subscribe. For Android users, we are available on the Stitcher app for Google. Now, here's Chris and Kristyn.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristyn.
Hey, everybody!
Welcome back.
And as, I guess, as all most recent episodes, we have Jackie here. And school's out.
School's out, yep. Summertime.
And my daughter Raven, so hopefully she'll stay quiet long enough.
She's got paper and a pencil. She's good for a while. She might end up, usually when she has a marker, she usually ends up more of it on herself than...
I got marks all over my wall. She's a little, she's already an artist.
She's gonna be an artist. Make that paper.
Now, in the beginning, totally by coincidence, I made the intro last night, with the Tenacious D. The name of the song is called Beelzebub Boss from their movie, The Pick of Destiny.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a little nod and shout out to our homeboys on the West Coast living lame, because I know they're all big, Tenacious D fans. So once again, we're just gonna keep patting each other on the back. So, listen to Living Lame.
The Two Coasts. Yep.
Yeah. They're on Stitcher, they're on iTunes, they have their own Facebook page. LIVIN,
apostrophe.
Apostrophe.
Right?
Apostrophe, excuse me. After the N apostrophe, excuse me.
We did really well in school.
And what's the,
and a hyphen.
Hyphen Lame.
Lame.
LAME. Yeah. Or you can find them at Living Lame at Podbean. Podbean. Like a pod, like iPod, bean, like a bean, like jelly bean, or beans and rice. Or, because it doesn't sound right.
When you say it, like
it sounds like pod bean, like a bean, a laser bean, but it's like bean, pod bean.
Beans make you toot. Yeah. Like that bean.
Beans. What's it?
Magical fruit.
Beans.
Was that beans?
Beans are good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you fart. The more you fart, the better you feel. So eat those beans in every meal.
Woo!
And, I just want to apologize if you kind of hear that there's like this underlying hum in our episode right now.
It's hot. It's summer.
It's hot as balls.
We need a fan on us.
And I'm not about to waste money on, air conditioning, so I got a fan, so we gotta stay cool, so I'm sorry if there's like that underlying, white noise in our episode.
Can't sweat out everything and then
I'm not gonna sit here for an hour hopped up on caffeine.
All dehydrated on this
I can't do a show if I'm passed the fuck out. And,
you guys listen to our slow death.
Yeah. I tell you what, contribute to the show. Yeah. And I can pay my electric bill.
You don't have to listen to that hum anymore.
And
it's all about you guys.
I have an air conditioner too. I just don't want to use it.
It's too early yet.
Yeah.
You gotta wait till those real hot. It's only, June. You gotta wait till like August.
Oh yeah, when it's hot.
So we're like, just sweating. And we'll only do like the last half hour of the show.
Alright, the show is just gonna be like little 15-minute chunks.
We can only do 15 minutes at a time.
And luckily, like, my room is
it's not hot in here.
Yeah, my room, when the sun comes up, and even at its highest point, like, in the morning the sun doesn't hit my room.
Right.
And by the time the sun goes down, then the sun comes into my room.
A little bit,
so I guess, for all you stalkers out there, I guess that means I face west.
Yeah.
And, it's, my room, sometimes it's just hot for no reason, but for the most part it tends to be cool, so
far we're staying alive.
Yeah, I mean, we got the fan on, and, I feel bad for my daughter some nights because it's really hot, and she stays in her crib, and I try to put the fan where it hits us both, but there's just been nights where I just let her get out of the crib, and she just sleeps with me on the bed.
You're hogging the fan while she's sweating in her crib.
Yeah, I'm grown up.
I'm in charge.
I'll give her some juice in her baba, and that'll keep her all...
Well, that one day she was standing in front of the fan and her hair is blowing. She's like a little model. She was getting ready. She was like posing with her hair blowing.
And, so once again, I don't know when this episode's gonna come out, but for actual episodes that we have recorded, we have we have well over 24 hours.
Yes.
So
we've officially done a day.
Yeah, so probably around the time this episode comes out,
we've already done 2 days.
Yeah, no. It's we will say that we've given the world one day. Of free entertainment. So
of us.
Yeah.
so there. You should be gracious. And a lot of people get that.
I know. Once again, I guess I don't want to put a date on it because I like these shows to be kind of like universal. So in case we do play it 2 months from now, but I mean it is kind of the end of June, and I know the other day there was the Gay Pride Parade, but I totally forgot because I wasn't in New York City, and it's always around my birthday. The Puerto Rican Day Parade. Right,
that is true.
And
I know a girl. The only image I've never been to the Puerto Rican parade because I guess I'm not, but I guess I could go. The only image I have of it is because in college, this one girl, she was Puerto Rican. She's like, the only comment she said about it was that she was like, "Oh yeah, I went last year and I got a yeast infection."
Oh my god.
Because she was in like her wet bathing suit the whole time.
Oh, okay.
So that's like always the image I have. I'm like, oh yeah, my girl I know got a yeast infection there.
Yeah, there was a controversy, I would say about 10 years ago. And it was just these couple of, there was a couple of hoochies, and they're dancing all hoochies like, and
I hear it's a good time.
And guys that grab, I'm just saying, unfortunately
there was an event.
This particular incident, soiled the parade, which of course all the racists are like, oh, that's why shouldn't get the parade because this is what happened.
Parades in general are fun, but then there's always something. Oh, yeah, so how long ago was this?
I would say it was about 10 years ago. Like I said,
I'm thinking like 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I wouldn't say it was recently. I said it was, and it was like you said, girls dressed up all in the street, dancing hoochie. There were guys like grabbing them and molesting them. But
were they drunk? I'm hoping for their sake. I mean,
it was just people being stupid and like and of course it was caught on camera, and then like
it taints the whole image.
Yeah,
because then it's all lumped in. It's like a blanket.
It's like
I think of it as yeast infection parade.
If you want to get raped and molested, go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and it's like and I used to go every year because once again it was always around my birthday. It's always like the second Sunday in June.
That's cool.
And
big festival for your birthday.
Oh yeah, and and I always would always.
What area is it in?
Do
they usually have it?
It's on Midtown Manhattan. It's on Fifth Avenue, which is pretty much where they have all the parades.
Oh, okay.
And and like you said yourself, like you wouldn't go because you're not Puerto Rican, but trust me,
exactly. I've just never been there. Yeah, like, a parade's a parade.
Yeah, there's people because you go, you have a good time.
Yeah,
I
guess I just never been just because I was never there at the time. Like.
Yeah,
I don't know. I was never around. Like,
no one ever. Probably no one ever invited me.
Yeah, like who was I going to go with? I don't know. I mean, I do know Puerto Ricans, but I was not enough where they'd be like, "Come on,
and you
gotta come."
I mean, there's alcohol and people smoking pot and stuff like that. But
a parade's a parade. It's a party.
What I love is like the crowd, thousands of people, and there's always like. That woman with the baby carriage trying to work her way through the crowd.
Will not give it up.
Yeah. And, so that's, and like I said, every year I've always had fun. I've always, like I said, it was always around my birthday, so I would always like convince people, hey,
we all gotta go. I've been to the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Have you done that?
Yeah, oddly enough, no, I haven't.
See? It goes both ways, Christopher.
And I never went to the St. Patrick's Day Parade. But back in '95, I was
fart.
Yeah.
I was in school.
To show you how old not '95, '96.
Way off.
Because I started in '95. In '96, I was an auxiliary police officer.
Oh, okay.
And
I was like 5th grade. I don't know.
Well, auxiliary police officer is people who work for the police department. They don't get paid. They wear uniform.
Volunteer job.
Yeah, it's a volunteer. The same way they have like volunteer firemen and stuff like that. And
you get the uniform and everything.
Get paid,
yeah,
you get the uniform. But that's the funny thing is, take a shot.
Shot it for the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
Well, and like police officers too, you have to buy your own uniform.
Right.
So
it's an investment.
Yeah, I mean, but you're spending. I remember even back then, it was about $250.
Oh yeah, they're not. Even just like boots are like real
nice
expensive.
Boots and a duty belt and your uniform.
You don't want to look like Schlepp. You know,
you want to look like what's that guy, Barney Fife? You know.
Yeah, exactly. You want to at least look legit.
And now, see, in other states, auxiliary cops are paid. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not well or full pension or anything like that. But they're paid and they also carry guns. NYPD, they don't carry guns. They don't,
They don't give you even just like a taser?
They give you a baton.
That's nothing. You got screwed, Chris.
You get the big giant, well, you paid for it, but the big giant 4 D-cell battery flashlight.
Oh god, yeah.
You can murder somebody with.
I know, just chuck it.
And we were, and then we also got, we got the NYPD's old throwaway radios.
Oh, okay. So were those like huge?
Yeah, they had, NYPD already moved on to the nice, sleek, thin,
so you maybe
maybe like an inch and a half thick. One we had were like 2 inches
thick.
Like
a Zach Morris phone. Just big and bulky. It like weighs down your belt.
Yeah, it was and
now what is the auxiliary, do you guys call it auxiliary police?
We call it auxiliary police.
Now what do you guys do?
And we are
control the riots.
The quote unquote eyes and ears. It's like having extra uniforms on the street
people out there
for the presence. And as auxiliary officers, your job is not to respond to jobs. You're supposed to call it in.
Okay.
And if there is
so you can watch somebody get mugged in front of you, but you can't do anything.
I mean, you're not supposed to do anything. And quite frankly, like, you really don't have any extra powers over a fucking civilian.
Right.
And
I'm getting stabbed, and you're gonna stand there.
Well, as a human being, I would do something.
Yeah, right. You'd be like, I can't. I gotta call it in. Get out your huge two-handed. You got a 2-inch walkie-talkie.
Or that big heavy rubber antenna on top.
Yeah, either hit him with the walkie-talkie or the
that's like getting hit with a blackjack, man.
Or your Magnum light or whatever.
Yeah, the Mag light, the big 4D cell.
Just chuck it in. Forget the baton. See, they're giving you this weak little baton. You got other things. Do you guys even get handcuffs?
No, we got handcuffs.
Okay, so it's just really the gun you guys don't get.
Yeah, everything but the gun. And like I said, we pretty much had the whole uniform. Now, right when I started in '95, it was right before the police switched over to the dark shirts. So we had the light shirts.
Everybody knew who you were.
So, we had the light shirts like NYPD.
Oh, okay.
The only difference besides the gun was that we had an extra little stripe over the police department patch that said auxiliary.
Okay.
And so, people... Now, I used to work in the East Village. It was the 5th... Is it the 5th precinct? No, the 9th precinct. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I can't believe I forgot what precinct I worked at.
Well, it was in the 90s,
It was the 9th precinct. Yeah, it was long ago. No, it was the 9th precinct. And you know what I say 5th? Because it's on 5th Street in Manhattan. And,
there's so many number streets.
Yeah, it's
a grid.
It's a big,
it's a big grid. That's how they map it out.
And we were, we're on 5th Street in the 9th precinct. And I don't know, have you ever seen the show NYPD Blue?
Of course. Who hasn't?
Every time they filmed an exterior of NYPD Blue,
it was the
9th precinct. It was, yeah. And then, of course...
Did you get to be like in the background of anything?
Me, no.
I had, a Puerto Rican friend. And he was just like out, him and his friends were just out on the streets, whatever, and he got to play like a bouncer, drug dealer type guy, and he just like stood in the back, like in the doorway. We're like, there's our friend, he's a celebrity! They just needed him for like a minute, because they were talking, and he'd just be in the back. We're like, there he is.
Yeah, it's... Now, the funny thing is, like, growing up in New York, let me tell you, and not that it has nothing to do with the shows, I hate Law and Order, I hate NYPD Blue, because, people come to New York or people see trailers, like, for shows recording, people get all excited.
Right, they think something big's going on.
Something's happening. Growing up in New York, when I see those trailers, I want to fucking punch somebody. I hate, and I guess it's the same thing in California too. I mean, I've never, the last time I was there was like a kid, on vacation, but, when I see those trailers, and I used to work on the west side of Manhattan, literally across from like the warehouse where they kept all the Law and Order stuff. The street is actually like in Memorial. It's called Law and Order Way.
Is it like one of those? I don't know. Law and Order Way. Because I know they got like those big storages over on the west side, like those and like the pier stuff.
But it was right by Chelsea Pier.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the street is actually called Law and Order Way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know those big buildings there. The Chelsea Piers are just where they have everything.
Yeah, and
bag on her head.
those bastards. Thank you, Jack. Those, because since they get a permit from the city to set up their trailers,
right?
They just
they take up so much space.
They take up so much space, and they don't care if they're parked on a hydrant.
Wasn't there an incident? I think it was like Will Smith. I'm pretty sure it was. I don't know what movie it was on. It was in like the last couple of years. It was in the last couple of years. I don't know what he was doing. Probably the Men in Black movie. But he had ordered or whatever this huge trailer, and it was in New York City, and they made him move it because it was huge. What happened, baby?
I'll be right back. And we're back. My daughter decided to she was calm
Flip out!
And she just said, hey, I want attention too.
She doesn't really like when I'm around. Suddenly she'll be like, bye-bye. Oh, it wasn't that quick.
She looks right at you and says,
recently
bye-bye.
She's been, bye-bye. I'm like, alright, pack it up. See ya.
She's,
she's
real subtle. Well, they
she's
always
typical
say,
woman.
She's daddy's little girl, and, they say girls fall in love with their father.
So sorry, Raven. Sorry it took him for an hour.
And then it's like...
She's so jealous of me.
And they say girls find a guy that's like their dad, or whatever the case may be.
It's kind of creepy.
That's
because it is kind of true.
And guys find a girl that's like their mom, and it's like, oh my god.
and that's how... It's just weird.
Yeah, it's just...
That's what makes the world go round.
Don't find a guy like me.
And the cycle. You can't break the cycle.
Don't find a girl like me either. And, we were talking about...
the annoying trailers.
The trailers.
You know what? Annoying movie stars. There you go.
Yeah, well, actually, no.
It's not their fault.
I wouldn't say, no, it's these crews...
They just plop them. I don't think they care, really.
Because what happens is when you get a permit from the city...
Yeah.
Now, the city obviously loves it. Now...
Oh, totally.
If I didn't come from New York City, if I lived somewhere in the Midwest...
It'd be cool to see that.
Well, no, what I'm saying is people in the Midwest, which is coincidentally where we don't have any fans...
Come on, Nebraska...
I would get sick and tired of every movie that how many movies are based in New York City? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On average, you put on any movie channel, and there's so many movies based in New York.
Either that or California.
Or California, yeah.
It's either one of the coasts.
And,
sorry, Midwest. We love you. We want you to listen.
Yeah, no, it's, first, it's because,
tell about you put one of our friends in the ocean.
Our friends in the ocean?
Yeah, you put one of our fans in the ocean.
Oh, that was... It's a long story. New York, because for all intents and purposes, it's free advertising. You know what I'm saying? Because New York City relies on tourism, so they let people make movies there. They give them a permit, and, with that permit, freaking laws and rules go right out of the window.
Oh, yeah.
Because, heaven forbid, in New York City, you find a parking spot that's even remotely close to a fire hydrant. They will slap you with a ticket so fast.
I was, a couple inches. I swear, it wasn't even a foot. There was a yellow zone. It was just painted yellow,
Yeah, some places are nice enough to actually have a painted line to let you know where
and then, next to it was an entrance for a truck or whatever. I was maybe, not even a foot. The back end of my truck was, in that yellow ticket. I was like, come on. I was like, you've got to be kidding. It was the only spot. I was so mad. But, but these trailers just go in front of a fire hydrant.
They put it in front of a fire hydrant. They put it, they take up the whole goddamn block. And, the rules are, ramps, the corner ramps, if someone's handicapped that needs, that's on a wheelchair. Yeah. They block those.
They literally just don't care. It's this is where we're going to put it.
They get a permit,
right
and
there.
once you have the permit's basically saying, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know, because I understand New York City wants, you know, it's kind of like a free advertising, so they want to make it as convenient as possible.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, from what I understand, getting a permit is a headache. But I'm saying, you know, like, once these people get the, you know, it's like being,
there's no laws.
Yeah, like, it's like, you know, those ambassadors, like the ones in the United Nations, like,
right, yeah.
They park, because there was also,
there's the huge building.
The UN, the United Nations. And, you know, those people, since they have diplomatic, the diplomats, that's the word I was looking for, you know.
They got the cars, don't they?
They have cars
some of those black cars.
Yeah, they have
with the license plate.
But yeah, they have, they have the diplomatic license plates.
Yeah, the plate.
And those people, they abuse the fuck out of it. They park
who's going to
everywhere.
give you a ticket? Who's going to tow that car?
Well, that's the whole thing.
Exactly.
They don't have to. Now, what happens is, I think, no, they do get tickets.
Okay.
But then the diplomats take it, send it in.
Right.
And
who's going to make them pay for that?
And someone did an investigation on it, like a news, and it's like $12 million. It's like some ridiculous amount of money that the city would be making if those people actually paid the fines and stuff
so
like
ridiculous.
That. So it's just crazy.
That is so stupid.
And now I used to work for FedEx, and I was working at FedEx in Midtown Manhattan. I mean, I'm talking 47th Street, Lexington Avenue. That was like the dead center, not the dead center of Manhattan, but I mean, you know, that's a pretty dense area.
Yeah, and you guys just usually, like, did you drive?
Yeah, I drove a truck.
You guys just usually, like, park, basically double park,
You
right?
could double park, because with us it was, get the they told us.
Get the package to them.
They told us basically, try not to break the law, but if you have to park illegally, and then if you do get a ticket, bring it to your manager, and the manager will take care of it. And then what they did was,
so how many people came in with a stack of tickets?
Oh, because I was in Midtown Manhattan, so I used to get tickets all the time, and we don't.
They're quick.
It doesn't.
I don't know.
Well, now it's even worse because now they have computer.
Oh yeah.
Now they have, it's like a printer under hip.
I was in the Bronx for whatever reason, and I had to go into the bank. I just wanted to deposit my check, come out. Mm-hmm. That was it. No line, nothing. Maybe in there for 5 minutes. Maybe. I don't even think it took that long. I didn't have any change on me. I didn't put anything in the meter. Went across the street in the bank, came out, she's done with the ticket. I'm like, where did you come from? Like, you just saw me where? Like, where did you come from?
When you see them, none of these people look spry and light on their feet.
Oh my god, absolutely not.
It's always Big Mama.
Yeah, like walking around, I'm like, where, like, what street were you on? Cause I was not in there that long. There was no line.
Now, the ticket that you got, was it a handwritten ticket or was it
No, she had the computer thing,
one.
yeah.
Because now all they gotta do is, they zap your registration.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, they put something on the car, like it's like, the orange thing that says like you got a ticket or something. I don't know. No, they still give you that.
Oh yeah, no, you still get.
But it was,
but now they don't even have to write the ticket out.
Yeah, no, she's not sitting there writing.
They carry a printer
boom,
under
boom.
It blows up. It blows online. They have this little
God damn your technology! You're ruining us.
laser, like a laser reader,
like a scanner.
It looks like a pen.
Yeah,
and they scan your barcode on.
Yeah, then they print it off and
it prints the ticket for you.
It's ruining us.
And I think it automatically puts like the time on it.
Oh yeah,
that's it. Just put like the address where it happened. So it's crazy. So,
and I was like, what did I have to, I should have put like a quarter in, but I didn't have a quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, how long was I in there for?
And thank goodness.
Still pissed about it.
I mean, they finally wised up because now there's certain areas where you pay for parking where you could actually use your credit card or debit card.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I know.
I mean, it's a nightmare finding parking as it is, but at least if you're gonna pay for it anyway, so at least now you have that little
I forget what they call it, but they have the machine now.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
There's something parking, not municipal parking. I don't know. Well,
I don't know. It's a little machine though.
It's a little machine. It takes your debit card. I mean, they have them here in Rochester too, down by the courthouse and stuff like that. But because that shit was archaic. Because they only had to put quarters. Like, who carries change on?
And I hated always like the subway. Mm-hmm. I didn't actually mind taking the subway. I didn't find that as gross as what it can be. But, whenever you had, like, if you paid with cash in the machine, you get those stupid gold coins back. Oh. Where was I going with those? Like, where am I going with these? I just give them to, like, the cab driver. I'm like, oh, how much is it? Like, here's my dollar coin. I'm I'm like, it's money.
And then they get as much as pissed off as you
right,
as
exactly.
you got when
I'm
you
like,
got the score.
I kept calling them like gold dollars, like to make it sound cool. Yeah, I was like, what? Where am I going with these stupid gold coins? Because I feel like even the subway machine didn't even take them back. Like, if you used them.
Yeah, I don't think the slot was big enough to take.
Yeah, like, it's not. They're not changing that.
Silver dollars or whatever the hell they call it.
I don't know, Sacagawea? What are they?
The Sacagawea.
I never say it right.
It's Sacagawea.
Seca something. Yeah. Couldn't stand that. Talk about a pet peeve.
And, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Damn it, Chris. Damn it.
Batman.
This is not anything about anything but the face eater guy. You know, the big one?
Yeah, the
big one. The first one?
Yeah.
Miami guy there? He didn't test positive for bath salt, it was weed.
What?
So, exactly.
Holy shit. Well, that guy.
So I don't know how much weed he was smoking.
Yeah, what fucking weed? I mean, I know I've heard you getting the munchies.
Yeah. The only thing I've really gotten from weed is like I want a Twinkie, some Doritos, and I would be too, like, tired and lazy to go attack someone. So I don't know what he was on. There is that new brand now, the Charlie Sheen weed. So I don't know, maybe he was testing that.
That guy was probably just crazy. I mean, there's just
I know.
I
think it's just
a lot of people,
I heard that on the news.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of, we tend to forget that
there's actually psychotic people.
there's crazy people out there. They just
haven't been
these
discovered
people were crazy
yet.
before they took the drugs.
Right.
The drugs just
Enhance
gave
it.
them that little edge. Yeah, just
It's
supersized
like a nice
the crazy.
steroid, yeah. Watch how crazy I can get.
There's a lot of fucking people out there that just need mental fucking help, man.
Oh, not only, how we were talking earlier about the Colorado, we don't have many Colorado listeners, but unfortunately right now they're in a crisis, the wildfires, but I guess not too long ago, a Denver woman, on bath salts, she pissed on a $30 million painting in a museum. So obviously she broke into the museum.
Okay, so
she peed on it. She must have to squat.
But I mean, okay. Did she put the painting on the ground?
I don't know. That's all it said in the title of the thing, and I didn't bother to read the rest.
Get up on a chair and
she must have squat. I mean, unless she's a hermaphrodite that has both.
I'm trying to think of the position of the body that would hit something.
Oh, she's on bath salt. Who knows what happened? Who knows how she got that thing going?
And I know there was
Denver isn't in enough trouble. They got this going on.
I know there was a guy the other day that, like, he took like a marker and marked or a crayon or something and he marked up Picasso.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he on bath salts?
No,
or
it was just
that's the new excuse, bath salts.
He looked like just like a hipster douchebag.
Oh, wow! At a museum, obviously.
At a museum, and he ran up.
Ballsy.
He ran up to it, and then the funny.
He's probably on that zombie weed.
You know you would think a museum would have the video.
They don't.
He was caught. No. The video that caught him was a stupid iPhone video because a woman was.
Why are they not?
A woman decided to tape him.
Take the video of this?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, why you have a Picasso painting? Why do you not have, like, a security camera?
At least, like, the rope, like the velvet rope.
Yeah.
No, it was just
okay, then this museum deserved it, okay?
Yeah,
clearly, they're not up to par.
It has,
I'm on the hipster side.
Real fans want to come up and look at it or whatever, to study it or whatever, but...
At least have, like, a guard there, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a how many $1 million painting?
Yeah, and
it's worth money, now it's just devalued.
And it just, what also, it kind of reminds me of that, like, nowadays, everybody has a camera on them.
Oh yeah, you can't get away with anything.
People, they used to read, you read a book like 1984, like George Orwell, Big Brother. There's going to be cameras and the government watching.
Right.
Us. The government doesn't have to watch.
We watch ourselves.
We're too busy, filming ourselves. And
now, when I was taking the EMT course, they're like, now, make sure you're always representing yourself. You're not doing anything wrong because. Everyone has a camera.
Everyone has a cell phone.
Yeah, don't think you're not going to get caught because that's how people do get caught. They think they're not. She's like, there's a lot of footage because people just have cell phones.
Yeah,
and they're videotaping everything.
Even like my daughter was when I snuck a camera into the
exactly.
Theater,
It's not supposed to be there. And no matter what you do, everybody's got something.
Yeah, it's what blew my mind, because this was in the news a couple days ago. Dave Chappelle got
Chappelle show.
There was a guy in the audience filming his show.
Okay, and that crap happens all the time.
And so he got into a verbal thing with the guy, asking him
like Kramer.
Yeah, like Kramer. And what had happened was Dave Chappelle, who is a professional comedian and everything like that, he threw his whole game off. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. What was the guy doing?
No, it started out with a guy filming his show.
Okay.
So Dave Chappelle stopped.
Oh, so he saw the guy
and said, "Look, stop filming. This isn't. You're not allowed to film or whatever."
Because that's bullshit.
And then the audience started. First, they were on Dave Chappelle's side, but then they went. And then the guy was kind of mouthing back to Dave Chappelle, and then the guy actually won the favor of the audience. So, people in groups can be So, Dave Chappelle,
everyone's
now he had a room against them. Now, don't be wrong, if you're a comedian, and by the time you get to the stature of a Dave Chappelle, you should know how to handle a room.
Exactly.
One asshole with a camera, or one guy talking back to you,
you should know how to come back.
Or at least,
either come back or ignore him.
Yeah, I guess I can't talk, because if someone was...
I totally be stuck.
If someone was...
I talk a big game, but I'll be stuck.
Yeah, it's easy for me to say shit against hecklers because...
I'm not bad.
We're not, there's no people in front of us saying, "You suck!"
As soon as I hear that, I'm like, red face, head down.
I get thrown off when I get an email notification on my cell phone, so I better chill out. But I guess, I don't want to say he couldn't handle it. I guess maybe he just had a bad night.
Oh, absolutely, so that happens too. But that's the same thing as in Texas. But that's the same thing, I don't think they should be filming that, because that's like filming, it's like doing, a movie.
Yeah,
bootlegging a movie. That's the same thing. He's putting on an act.
Now it's one thing, I could understand if you, even if it's not, I know it sounds weird, if you were, playing it off, if you happen to be holding the cell phone, on your chest or something like that, or you act like you're talking on it.
Your chest.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing.
But people just blatantly hold it up.
Yeah, and
you know what I'm doing.
It's, who the fuck do you think you are? And the reason I was watching, is this comedian, Doug Stanhope.
Okay.
He used to be, there was the original lineup of the show, the Man Show on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
And then those guys left, and then it was,
then they brought in
Joe Rogan and Doug Stanhope. And I'm watching Doug Stanhope's, now, it's his live, show, but literally, he didn't even know he was going to do a show. They set it up 3 days before they actually recorded it, and this is out in Oslo, Norway. Okay. And so it's all shady background. They got their hands on some chairs and a
last minute setup
and a stage, and it's a warehouse. He goes, I don't even know if we're here legally. And they had
go perform.
It was all these all the cameramen are college-age kids with nice HD cameras. So for all intents and purposes, it could have been an illegal setup.
Oh, absolutely.
But everyone was there filming them. All you need is someone with the good editing skills.
Yeah.
And so he was talking about there was a person in the audience holding
usually
the camera.
in the front row too.
Yeah.
They're never way in the back where you can't see them. They're blatantly in front of you. Boom,
holding the camera.
Nobody cares anymore, for real.
And he had a funny bit where he's he goes, I'm married. But he goes, comedians on the road have sex with everything that moves and have good stories. He goes, I have good stories to tell you people, but because of that asshole holding the camera, I can't tell it because I'm worried that it's going to be on YouTube tomorrow and it's going to my wife's going to see it and I'm going to
divorce
and get a divorce. So I can't tell you this great story that's going to crack me up because of that asshole or whatever. So that's a way to handle it.
That's a good way to take control.
Turn the crowd against that one guy.
Exactly. Not usually. Flipping out usually like Kramer, that was bad.
Yeah, that was.
I think I don't know, maybe just pissed off at life.
Yeah,
you can catch people on their bad day, and
exactly.
You don't know.
See a guy like Kramer, and coincidentally, I saw a commercial today for there's going to be a new TV show with Matt LeBlanc, and
on Showtime.
On HBO or Showtime? I think it's on Showtime.
It's the second season. I saw the first season last year.
Oh, okay.
It's called Episodes. It was actually really funny.
Well, okay. I never... that shows you how behind the times I am.
Don't you know you should be a Matt LeBlanc fan? It was actually really funny. He's not like the main character, but he's in and out. He plays himself.
But, I mean, when you think about everybody who was on that show, like, okay, I guess he's lucky.
Right now.
He's lucky with the show episodes, but like,
right.
You know, these are people that when Friends was out,
yeah,
and when it was at the top of the game, you know, they were each making $1 million an episode.
An episode, I know.
Yeah, you know, I mean, and they
banded
because and them in particular, they banded together.
Yeah,
because I think they wanted to give certain people more, and
yeah,
some people
it was
less,
a whole big
and they
name.
said, "Screw you, we all get $1 million."
That's awesome.
They banded
Screw
together.
you, give me $1 million each. I wish I could say that, then I get it.
And now, I mean, okay, Matt LeBlanc has episodes,
and that took how long, though? I mean,
yeah, exactly,
10 years.
You know, these are people that you would think had the tiger by the tail,
yeah,
and now they're begging to get work.
Like the only one who really,
and even
Jen Aniston. I mean, she's got work, but like her movies aren't like mind blowing.
What is it, the bounty hunter?
I love her, but
you know, the split up or the breakup or whatever.
Yeah, like she's had like every now and then a blockbuster, but it's always the same. She's stereotyped. I do like her though. I think she actually has a sense of humor.
Like a horrible boss.
Yeah. You know, actually, Lisa Kudrow.
Lisa Kudrow, that was the name I was thinking. She had a show that was about her being a has-been.
Oh, really?
She had a show that she was playing herself.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's you know,
like came out like after Friends.
I think it's called The Comeback. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called.
I know she had. I think they actually now put it on. Probably Showtime. I don't have HBO.
Yeah, I heard it was funny.
It's Web Therapy. It used to just be on like the computer. That's how she started it, and then
it got
Showtime picked it up.
Okay.
It's actually she's like this. She has this great accent when she does like this stuck up, and she's a therapist, but it's all done on the web, and she believes like it only takes like 3 minutes to to like help people. So it's all these people always like Skyping in, and she's you know, the therapist, and it's actually really funny.
Oh, okay.
Actually I picked up for another season, and that took, again, 10 years. Like her, Matt LeBlanc. And Matthew Perry had whatever show last year, some stupid one. And that didn't get picked up after.
Yeah, well, he was on that also, that,
he had a couple.
Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip or something like that.
Has that come out? Or?
It came out the same time as 30 Rock. But it was supposed to be, now both shows were about behind the scenes of like a Saturday Night Live show. But,
oh, I didn't realize that came out, because I kept hearing about it, and then I never
it came out, it was the same year as
I thought it didn't even come out yet.
And
haven't heard about it.
I think it was called Studio 6 on the Sunset Strip.
I was gonna say, there's someone with Sunset in it.
And I think after a while they just called it Sunset Strip or something like that. And, that was on Tuesdays, like Tuesday night to 10, and then 30 Rock was on Thursdays.
Thursday's the big night.
They were both about the same thing. It was about the behind the scenes of a comedy show. But it was a drama, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't see it as being comedy. And then he had the other one, like Mr. Sunshine or something.
Oh, yeah.
Which was terrible. I don't know where we went wrong on that.
Yeah, so, I mean,
but it had like a few big names in it, but...
Yeah, these people were at the top of their game. Now,
10
they're
years
begging
later,
for work.
yeah.
So to bring it back to Kramer, the same thing. You know, Seinfeld, towards the end, they all got like $1 million episode.
Right.
And back then, you know, that's money
Huge.
now, even more back then. You know, now he's doing fucking the Comedy Cellar or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, the Comedy Cellar's in New York, and actually I love that
He's
place.
doing the big one, Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory. You know what I'm saying? You know, how the mighty have fallen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're back to the beginning.
And first and foremost, what did you do with that money?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got $1 million episode. Even if it was just the last season, that's like $13 million. What did you do with that money?
Where is it? Yeah.
You know?
What's going on, man?
You know, the only reason you're famous is because you're a moron.
Right.
You played a good moron on TV, and you rode the coattails of someone that was genuinely funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
you had material.
Yeah. You know, and I'm not trying to say he's not funny, but, you know, obviously it's Jerry Seinfeld and Larry David that made that show.
Right. I love Larry David.
And, you know, you were goofy riding on the coattails of someone who was genuinely funny.
And who made that character. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he might have made it better with some of his things, but no.
And then,
you rode the coattails, man.
Coincidentally,
love you, Michael Richards.
You know there's a real Kramer, right?
Is it based on somebody?
The Kramer is based on a real guy.
Do you know who it is?
There's a guy by the name of
Kramer?
I think his name is
Cosmo.
I know his name is not Cosmo. His name actually might be Kramer. He has long, wavy hair and a mustache or whatever, and he was a friend of Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, okay.
Who based... That's why even in Seinfeld, they kind of got real, like, a world within a world, because in Seinfeld, he did his own show.
He did, like, his life. Like,
his
people
life
he knows and...
Of people that he knows, but in reality, there was a guy that...
was like Kramer.
That was like Kramer. The same way, like, there was a soup Nazi.
Right,
was,
exactly.
George Costanza's based on Larry David.
Yeah.
So, the
just
real
kind of taken
Kramer,
to the extreme.
And my friend Raphael, we were together, so he's my witness on this. The real Kramer was in the car next to us. And
How do you know the real Kramer?
Because he was on TV and stuff like that. And he was driving in a car, and...
The real Kramer? What was he on TV for?
Because he was famous. He got...
Oh, it's a famous guy.
After Seinfeld blew up, he kind of had, like... Now, like the real Kramer, he has no talent.
Oh, okay.
You know?
How convenient.
and that's, like, he was always kind of writing entertainment, like he would do, not writing, R-I-D, like, you know, he was always kind of floating around entertainment people.
Oh, okay.
But
just hanging out?
Yeah, he was never
on the TV?
There was never a reason for him to really be famous. Kind of like real Kramer. And that's Jerry Seinfeld based that character on him. Like, a guy, you know, and then we all know those people, like, how do you live? How do you make money if you don't have a job?
I have a friend who just bought a boat the other day, and I'm like, what? You bought a house last year.
Yeah.
Your job doesn't pay this much, but now you have a boat.
Yeah, and my friends all the time, like, my friends...
I can barely afford lunch.
You know, and don't take this the wrong, like, people who go on vacation. I know you just came back from the Outer Banks. But, like, you know,
I saved up for that trip. I knew in advance. I know, but I joked about it. I was like, what am I taking a vacation from?
Yeah,
my class schedule?
Like, you know, I have friends all the time, because, I mean, you know, now people my age all have kids now and starting to slow down, but, like, you know, like, you look at their Facebook page, and, like, you know, you see pictures, you know, in the background is the Eiffel Tower.
Right,
and then
like,
you see a picture in the background is the Sphinx in Egypt, and, you know, and quite frankly, all these people are spending all that money
and don't take it in, I feel like. I know a friend, she travels a lot, okay? Uh-huh. She does it right. She's a nurse, she saves up her money, and then she goes on weeks vacations. Uh-huh. But she stays within the state. I'm like, not the state, the country. Uh-huh. And I'm like, why don't you go, you know, like Australia, something cool. Uh-huh. But she's that person that wouldn't, like, she was talking about going to, like, Cape Town. Mm-hmm. Was it South Africa?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's a big city. I guess it's, like, really, kind of like New York, like, it's really industrialized.
Yeah, it's a lot of culture people.
But I feel like, yeah, that'd be a fun time, but you're not smart enough. Like, I would want to go on a safari. Like, I'd actually learn something from it. Like, she'd just be there for Cape Town.
Yeah, you go to Cape Town.
This is so fun to get wasted in Cape Town.
And while you're in Cape Town, you go into the KFC. And
yeah, like, she's very Americanized. She would not take it in. And I'm like, if you're gonna go to these places, at least take a day, okay? Take a day or two, do something outside the ordinary.
Yeah, I would love, I mean, I don't have the money to travel, but, like, I guess, you know, it's like, right now, people listening to the show, I would love to know what the real stuff is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was going to Los Angeles, I mean, okay. Fine.
Yeah, like,
what can I, because, like,
people who've lived there for years.
Yeah.
You know, like, how do they, hang out in LA?
Yeah. Like,
instead of going to the trendy places.
Like, I could tell anybody. And I've mentioned this before to Cordero, there is a Dominican restaurant.
Yeah, like, you know,
Rivington Street, downtown Manhattan, called Cibao. C-I-B-A-O. It's on Rivington Street, downtown Manhattan.
Cibao.
And let me tell you.
What does that mean? Do you know? Food?
I don't know. I think I know other places have used that name. It's some sort of
probably just like thing. A popular Dominican phrase.
Yeah.
I guess.
And I know, like, there's a lot of, like, you can't say Castillo. Castillo means castle, because there's a million Dominican restaurants named Castillos. Cibao's is another one that people use. And, Quisqueya. Now, Quisqueya is, the quote-unquote natives who lived on the island before Europe came and started screwing everybody. Literally and figuratively. Quisqueya. But,
Quisqueya! Sounds like a swear word.
Like, I could tell I will, you know, and...
You know the places to go.
You can go with a family of 4. Everyone's gonna eat, and you're not gonna break $30.
See, those are the places that people need to know about.
Party.
Because or else you're sucked into the tourism thing, and you want to go here, and Some places are so ridiculous overpriced.
You go to
like
Times Square, go to Bubba Gump's in Times Square, and pay $80 for 2 people.
And then you get like a $10 drink. Like,
yeah.
So ridiculous to me.
I
mean, they do make money because it does work for them, but it's how people actually fall for it. I'm like,
you gotta have money. You don't know what.
You don't know what to do.
So they grab a cab and they go, take me to Times Square.
Yeah.
Then the cab driver smiles
drops him off
because he's taking a long way to Times Square.
Oh, yeah, I love that shit.
When any normal person will say,
no, go down this. Oh, yeah.
And I've done, like, when I lived in Manhattan, I had to tell cab drivers,
I've had to too.
Turn on 47th Street, make a left, go all the way down to the FDR Drive, and take the FDR Drive all the way down when I was going home.
Yeah, because I've had the mistake where one time, like, I just didn't even tell him, and he just went this whole long way, and I was like, last time I did not pay this much. Now, every time after that, I would have to tell him. I was like, you go this way? I learned quick after that.
Yeah, because
like, you go this way, and I'm paying half of what I did before.
They will purposely take...
They know what to do.
The traffic-filled streets so that you...
And I was like, oh, traffic. Oh, traffic.
You're gonna go down to
like,
take the FDR Drive. There's no traffic this time of day. Because I used to love going to WWF New York, and it's not there anymore. It was a WWF restaurant in Times Square. And, and it's funny, as much as I hate touristy places, I mean, that's like the heart of touristy.
That was your thing?
But, oh my god.
What was it by?
Right now, it's where the new Hard Rock Cafe is.
Okay.
Hard Rock Cafe bought it and...
Oh, so that's a big place.
It's on, I want to say 47th Street.
I feel like it's right across from Planet Hollywood. Or in that area.
In that area.
Like a block away or something.
Across from like the ESPN zone.
Oh yeah, that's another big one.
Yeah, and now I'm not into sports, but my friends love the ESPN zone. But WWF New York, now, you would go there on a Thursday or, excuse me, a Monday or a Thursday, because that was the nights, like, the shows were there. Like, Monday nights was Monday Night Raw, and at that time, it was on Thursdays, the SmackDown. And the place was wall-to-wall televisions.
That's perfect.
It was, it had, like, this cool... Like, everything was made out of, like, metal and, chain link fence. Like, it looked all...
It felt like you were in the ring.
Even though they probably paid $1 million for that chain link fence, it looked raw and nasty and stuff like that. Yeah. And, and, like, exposed brick. And,
just real rustic.
And so I would go with my friends. Now, at the time, I actually said, let me be responsible. One of the few times in my life where I said, look, I know I'm going to drink.
It's like, I don't even know you.
Let me just take a cab, because, unfortunately...
Was there any fights that broke out during or were people, like, respectful into it?
No, I mean, they were, like, at worst screaming matches. You know what I'm saying? And plus, that place had security.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Since it was WWF New York, all the guys who worked there, like security guys, were all, like, frustrated wannabe wrestlers. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, they thought, if I work at WWF New York,
I'm gonna get a job somehow, at WWF. So I'll meet somebody.
The bouncers who worked there were all freaking roid cases.
Oiled up in their Speedos.
And, but, luckily, you would have...
Wrestlers don't do steroids.
Well, I mean, security guards at WWF do. Well, it's not
like
anymore.
Huge necks.
And, I mean, you'd have, like, it was just, like, nerdy screaming matches, like,
I didn't know people
Flair is better than Hulk Hogan, like, stuff like that. It was... But even then, never anything even close to violent. Just like,
that's
go Ric Flair, go Hulk Hogan, no, Ric Flair sucks.
See, I like places like that where it's like so intense, but nobody's gonna be a dick.
Or something like that,
Like nobody's a dick. Everybody's having fun.
And at WWF New York, there was a drink called the SmackDown.
Loving it.
Which was basically a Long Island iced tea.
Oh, okay.
So, once I had like 2 SmackDowns.
Woo! This was feeling good.
And I had so much fun there. Now, so Mondays and...
Why did it close?
I don't know how they said they weren't making money. But then at Times Square, I could only imagine, why it didn't, at Times Square, the rents are probably ridiculous.
Oh, I'm sure.
Now, Mondays and Thursdays were...
The big nights.
Were like big nights. On Sunday nights when they had a pay-per-view...
Yeah.
It would be a big night, but they charged you like the amount, like
of what it would cost to.
Yeah, it was almost like.
So you always had a cover charge, or just on like?
No, Mondays and Thursdays no cover charge.
But the pay-per-view ones.
I think it was a 2-drink minimum, and it doesn't have to be alcohol, but it was a 2-drink minimum. If you're going to sit at a table.
Oh, okay.
And now Sunday nights. Okay, now let's say you buy the pay-per-view at home. It's like $50.
Okay.
What they would do is they charge you $50 a head, but the $50 included like the 2 drinks and a meal.
Oh,
so
that's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if
I don't think that's
friends,
a bad deal.
Yeah, for a Times Square restaurant that you know you're gonna have like 2 drinks and a meal. And
you can go get a meal at Bubba Gum's for $50.
Yeah,
and no
and
drink.
not see a pay-per-view.
And not see the pay-per-view. That's not a bad deal.
Is there something you wanted to say, Jackie?
No.
Oh, okay. You had your hand up. I thought you were like trying to get our attention. And so,
did you ever have the belt?
I didn't, but I wanted.
I could see you going in there holding it up.
You can buy them there.
Oh.
They had. Yeah, they had their gift shop was
legit
to the gills. And you know those belts. They have like the legitimate replicas that go for like $250. Wow. And I have friends that have them. Like I have disposable income, and I like stuff like that. But I mean, I guess if I really had money, I probably would. I would have.
You know it. I'm trying to make it out like you want
the
it.
John Cena spinning belt.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd have like the $1 Million Man belt, which was like the dollar bill signs covered in
Right there.
Oh, that's the World Wildlife Federation. They don't. Well, now
they changed it.
Called it. Now they're WWE.
I know.
And but I actually do have pictures. We went and like there was a guy at another table and he had the belt.
Nice.
So I'm like, I asked him, I said, could I please take a picture holding the belt? And he was cool. He's like, yeah, okay, you know, it's not like I'm going to run away with it. And so I took a picture. I have a picture with me holding the belt. I think somewhere in my basement I have like a WWF New York shot glass. I have like actual like a plastic glass, not plastic cup, like a tumbler or whatever, that I think I basically stole. It was like when you're getting drinks at the bar.
And it's like, this is cool glass. All right, got it.
Well, like when me and my ex-wife had our little apartment in Brooklyn, you don't know how many times we were at restaurants and I'm like, put this in your purse, put this in your purse.
They, all our me and my friends, like, they're just poor restaurants, man. They go through so much crap.
Here's a glass with like the New York Yankees logo frosted in on it.
Don't get expensive glasses at these restaurants.
Be careful when you put that first purse. There's a glass in there.
Exactly. Yeah, everybody's careful with their stuff. Like, I wouldn't want to be a restaurant owner. You gotta just lose so much.
Yeah, especially in New York, people are thieves and they will
invest
take
in
anything
expensive glasses. Yeah. People just want what they can't have. Mine.
And, there's a place called BBQ's, which is like...
Oh, that's still there.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 in Manhattan. No, there's BB King's.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about BBQ's, like barbecue. And
yeah, I got a little dyslexic there.
BBQ's is like the ghetto fabulous. It's like, it's an inexpensive place, but it's like, people who are ghetto fabulous want to go, like, you always see, like, it's my sweet 16, or it's, work party and stuff like that. So, like, but BBQ's is notorious for their big, giant margaritas. Like, those ridiculous, like
huge.
Looks like a fishbowl on a handle,
Oh, yeah.
And so, it's so funny to see people trying to steal the glass from BBQ's.
Really?
Because
people actually tried to steal those. Even I knew my limits. Like, where am I going with this huge thing? Because now you gotta carry it around the rest of the night.
And then, unfortunately, I feel bad for the people who work there. Because first and foremost, you gotta deal with this ghetto fabulous crowd. Right. And you gotta deal with people trying to steal these big huge ridiculously huge.
What do you say? Like, oh, I see it? Like, can I have it back?
Sticking out of your purse. The price of the drink didn't include the glass.
Can I have it back now? I blatantly see you with it. Or like, what's the other one? It's popular. Brother Jimmy's or something. There's a few there, and they have like the fish bowls. But they have like 20 straws coming out of it, and I'm like, it's basically juice. But I would love to have that little plastic thing. But the thing is you have to carry it around the rest of the night. See, that's where I know my limitations. I can't get away with it.
Well, like when you go to Vegas, like when I went to Vegas, I when you drink that long, they call it the yardstick.
The long thing. The long.
Yeah, the long, like 3-foot plastic, looks like a funnel on top, and a funnel on the bottom. Those things. And
you just walk around with it.
And then you feel like a schmuck for the rest of the day because you're still carrying this.
You just carry it around.
And not only I actually brought it home from Vegas. Like, I had to find space in my suitcase for those stupid things.
I got this huge mug. It was like a huge plastic. It's basically just a giant mug, like a sippy cup, basically. And I got it from Fat Tuesdays, but I had to carry it around the whole day. It was delicious, but then I'm like, all right, but can we go back to the apartment? Because I'm sick of carrying this huge thing, and there's no more drink left.
Because I know, like, in Vegas, I think it was you could get a refill on that if you carry it around. You know, if you go to certain stations, you can get a refill. To certain place. And of course, what it really is they pack it with slushed ice.
Oh yeah. It's all water.
And they give you, like, not even a shot glass worth of alcohol, and then the rest is juice. You know.
It's like my Dunkin' Donuts here. It gets so watered down with ice that there's like a shot of coffee.
Yeah, you have, that's a
large.
Because that's the iced coffee. I've filled that up with ice.
Yeah, to my eyes it looks big. But when you filled it up...
I've filled that up with ice, and I have the little short Mountain Dew
it's not
bottle.
even a full...
It's not even a full can. It's like
it's
8
half
ounce.
Of it, I don't know.
I think it's 8 ounces instead of a can is like 12 ounces. And with the ice, it fills up all the way to the top of the cup, and it makes it look like it's...
So I look like I'm getting a lot of coffee. I'm not.
So you get the stupid...
I'm sticking it to the man. I'm not going there anymore.
Stupid long...
Let's boycott. Yeah, that's a popular one.
Yeah, that's like, woo!
Party! And then... Alright, I'm done with my drink.
What am I gonna do with this?
But that's cool that you can fill it up at places, but, I mean, how many places are there?
You have to, like, as long as you're within the casino and stuff like
that. Okay.
Like, and I remember because I stood at Circus in Las Vegas, and, of course, I was looking for the absolute cheapest place. So, we were technically at Circus, but we weren't even in Circus. We were like in the back. It's like they added a motel. Like they took the parking lot and they put a motel on the same grounds as Circus.
Yeah.
But it was nothing special. It was just... Circus itself is just brightly lit.
Yeah, it's huge.
A lot of noise, a lot of...
Typical Vegas hotel.
Shiny, glamorous. And
did you go to
I stood at the hotel.
The motel. Some drive-up thing. Now, did you go to any clubs?
No, when I went to Vegas, I just did the nerdy stuff.
The nerdy stuff. We gambled. My friend, she had an apartment there, so we got lucky that we could stay in her apartment. Mm. But we did like the typical. We went to like the Playboy Club. It was actually really nice. Like there was different levels, and it was really cool. I mean, there were a lot of girls there.
Now, when you say, was it stripping?
No. It was just. I mean, there might have been a level where there was that, but we didn't go on it.
So what is this, like a
restaurant? No, it wasn't a restaurant. It was a club. Like you went in. There was, which was odd about it because when you went into the bathroom, there was one stall. It was a single stall, so. Not a single stall, I mean they're all single stall. There was one that was like kind of in the corner, so I went in it, and there's glass, like a window on the bottom, so I'm peeing on the toilet, but I could see everything below.
Oh my God.
Like, as ever high up we were, and I'm like, it's kind of invasion of privacy, but even though I'm so high up, but I just don't feel right.
Isn't that sort of, that's a violation?
Like, I'm just like, I mean, this is cool, but my crotch is right there. But
that violates civil liberties.
I would think, but it was actually, they had cool things, not things, but it was just like, real cool atmosphere. But I'm sure there was a level where there was, was some stripping going on.
I mean, I know, I guess Vegas is supposed to be notorious for its strip clubs, but
we went into one, because we would just walk,
married, so
we would just walk on like the strip, and go in different places in and out. And, we were looking for a place to eat, so we're like, okay, let's just walk down here. I don't even know the name of the place because we immediately walked out. We walk in because we saw people like eating, so we're like, oh, perfect. We go in, and there's just dancers on like, I guess like the tables, like they were just surrounding like people eating, and we're like, wait. Either we're in a strip, and it was just like open, like it wasn't like it was a big open entranceway, and you walk in, and there's these women dancing, like anybody could see this.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't like secluded, so we're like, this is, like, I don't want people dancing over my food. We're like, and we're out. Like, we went in and quickly went out. So there's a lot of, crazy. The one thing that I loved about Vegas, you could walk around with your drink.
Oh yeah.
Like,
and
give me that here. With your little thing.
Yard glass, whatever the hell it's called.
Like, it was just so convenient and nice. Just walk around. I was so happy.
Now, I guess this is a little, have you ever, I mean, obviously you said you went to that place in Vegas. Have you ever gone to, like...
A strip club?
A strip club, yeah.
I have not. I always recommend it for everyone's favorite's birthday. Like, oh, we should go. And then everybody's like, no. I'm like, okay.
Because...
I don't mind it. Like, I would think it'd be... I'm lying to you right now. I have gone.
Okay.
My friend's birthday when I was in New York City, her birthday's around Halloween. Like, she's the 29th in October. She got whatever deal at, I think it was called Penthouse in New York City.
Oh, the Penthouse?
It's huge.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
It's huge. It was actually really nice. That's why I kind of forgot it was a strip club, because you would see, like, the stage in, like, a distance. So, yeah, I did go, but I wasn't, like, giving dollar bills.
That place really caters to celebrities.
It's
like
huge.
a Charlie Sheen and,
yeah, there wasn't a lot of people there for Halloween. And I was dressed up as, you know, the girls always dress up sexy for Halloween. Like, half my friends were like the flapper. Like, you know that flapper outfit?
1920s,
yeah.
Okay.
I show up, I have a hot dog costume. And now we're going to the pet, like, this was last minute. She's like, we were supposed to go somewhere else. And then, like, her friend did, like, promotions, and that's where they were promoting this drink. We're going to the Penthouse. So I come in with a freaking hot dog costume. And I'm looking around like this. But all the strippers knew me. They were like, hot dog! And I was like, hey!
Ask me about my Wiener!
Like, randomly, they'd be like, you know, like, dancing on some guy, and I'm like, and they'd be like, hot dog! Just in the middle of dancing. I'm like, yeah! Like, they had a DJ, usually, and, like, I had the microphone at one point, and I was like, hot dog! Like, it was so ridiculous. There was, like, one stripper, like, in the bathroom, like, doing, like, you could smell, like, crystal meth. Like, just that burn, and we're like, I think she's ready to go on stage. 20 minutes later, she's on stage. But it wasn't like that, like, when I think of strip clubs, I think we're all sitting down in the small venue and we're watching people strip. It wasn't, it's huge, so it wasn't.
I mean, the
Penthouse is
club
different.
is a quote-unquote gentleman's club, you know, they try to...
So I consider it more of like a club, but no, I've never been...
Because, you know, there's, like, a place like the Penthouse Club, like, well, I mean, I've heard this also in scores, but, like, let's just say you take like a celebrity like Howard Stern or Charlie Sheen or I think like Dennis Rodman. They pay $250 a month where they have a month.
So it's a membership.
Like a membership, and they have like a locker there.
So they can just change?
And what it does is, it's, like, I think what they offer to you is, like, they put, like, cigars in it and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So
and, like, when you go there, like, if you want to take, like, your cell phone out or your keys, like, if you want to be comfortable and stuff like that, you can buy the locker.
And not worry about people stealing it.
Yeah, not worry, you know. So it's a locker, but, you know, like, I think you have to sign, like, a 2-year contract.
It's honestly like a gym membership.
Yeah, $250 a month. That's a fucking...
That's genius on,
And then, like, what they do to you know, they give
I don't have a locker at Penthouse.
They give them...
Nobody offered me one.
They put, like, cigars in it, so when you open the locker... You know, you could,
it's right there.
You could, you know, like real, you know, guys like to smoke cigars and stuff like that. But, like, it is so fun to go to a strip club with a girl.
That's what, I would love that experience. We're going. I would love that experience. Cause I know my friends have gone and like they loved it. And I'm like, we gotta go for like somebody's birthday. It'd be hysterical.
Cause you know this, I mean, of course, I'm an aficionado.
She knows where to go.
Pennsylvania, Brooklyn, Manhattan.
Any state, he could tell you where to go.
You know, up here where I went to Mirage. Was it Mirage?
Yeah, it's closed now. See, now one of my friends had like her birthday there. That's where they all went. We must have been in college at the time because I didn't go. And she ended up puking on the stage. And I was like, how awful would you feel if you were the dancer? Like, I just made somebody puke. I'd be so self-conscious after that. Yeah, but now it's closed, so...
Yeah,
I got like a classy cat now.
Yeah,
I'll start with a K.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound appealing. To me, the classy cat seems like a place a bunch of douchebags go to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Whenever I hear someone talking about it, it's usually a douchebag.
Yeah, exactly. I know a douchebag that goes there.
So
and
I try to, just from hearing people talk about it, makes me
it sounds like that place.
The people I hear talking about it are people I don't want to be.
We have high standards for our strip clubs.
And but you know it is. I mean, obviously these women are used to dealing with creepy,
absolutely,
guys all day, every day. When you
I give them props for that.
When you come in with a girl, it kind of like validates. Okay, I'm not a creep because she wouldn't be hanging out with me if I was a creep. And so it kind of gives them more of an openness, like to just come over and
talk. And
more than half the girls are bisexual and stuff like that. So when you come in with a girl, they like it's like bees to honey, you know what I mean?
Like, the Penthouse, it was my friend's birthday. She ended up getting like a raunchy lap dance, and I was like, "Oh God!"
Once they hear that, like you're not a threat or whatever, or the girls,
and I'm running around in a hot dog suit.
We went. My homegirl Tammy, and she's on my Facebook page also. Her name is Tammy Cologne. So everyone used to say we're cousins. We're not, but like Tammy. And Tammy loved going with us. And she's not,
Yeah.
she's the straightest girl in the world.
Right.
But she used to go because it was fun. And she would get a better show
Than
than
us.
us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Girls would be flashing her, girls would be grinding. I don't know if it was like, I mean, she was cute. She's very cute. But,
maybe they just
I don't know if the girls felt like a
comfortable.
challenge.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Like,
we gotta
watch how
dance.
sexy I can be and you watch me. Like, I don't know.
She gets to dance and
you,
like dry humping on
you
her.
guys are all bummed out. Now, I actually saw, I'm a nerd, I still go to the movies. I went to Rock of Ages this weekend.
Oh, you
It was
saw
actually
it?
really funny. More funny than what I thought it would be. And they had this one scene, they were in a strip club, and they did like this dance, like to whatever song, I forget what it was. But they could move, like they had abs of steel, the strippers. They really made it into like an art form on that.
I mean, they have the
They're
pole
just
dancing.
like, had like the core, you know, like the abs that I want, and they're just like, they were doing some crazy shit. It actually looked like really cool. Like,
Yeah,
they made it look awesome.
The aerobic pole dancing classes. and
Right,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, they
And-
took it to like the next level in that dance.
and I
It was
would
awesome.
I would, you know, being to all the clubs I've been to, you see these girls who do the crazy tricks where they go and they hop on the pole and
Yeah.
spin around and hold their whole body with just like their one
Right.
leg wrapped around it. It's like,
That's basically what I saw.
yeah.
And I was impressed. I was like, you gotta give props to them. That girl's core. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
The main stage, Destiny. And Champagne.
Yeah, they always
Alright.
got the pretty names.
Alright, and so we're past the hour mark. I don't know, I think by the time this episode... Oh no, actually, I probably will release this episode tonight. So, we're still running our Spider-Man contest. You have till June 3rd. Surprisingly enough, unless you people aren't letting me know, I don't think I don't think we've any takers yet.
You
for the
gotta let us
Spider-Man
know.
contest. So yeah, if you've posted, something creatively done that redirects people back to our Facebook page, let us know on the Facebook page, www.facebook.com/2strangers1podcast. The 2 and the 1 are spelled out. So the contest technically ends July 3rd. So you only have a
hurry
couple
up.
days left, you know. The winner gets the Spider-Man trilogy on DVD and a Spider-Man LCD watch, and 5 runners-up get the Spider-Man LCD watch. So, you know, what does it take? 2 seconds? Well, not 2 seconds. I mean, I kind of made an ad just to show people what my idea would be like for the Spider-Man ads, so I'll probably be posting that this weekend. Something as simple as that. Right now, if one person does something like that,
You'll win
they're going
it.
to win the contest. Or maybe the people with Spider-Man fans already have the DVD.
Yeah,
and they-
yeah, maybe
and they don't-
maybe we're going the wrong route.
But you still got the watch. I mean, show the world your Spider-Man love.
It's all about the watch.
And time to pay the bills. Please visit.
Cha-ching!
Cha-ching! Please visit www.doublejackpot.us where you can find all the links. First and foremost, you can buy my book, Double Jackpot. Paperback copy is $15. Download PDF files, $5. Stay tuned for my second book, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road. Hopefully coming out soon. I've put a little energy into it. It's done. I just need to edit it. Check out, the links to our eBay page. I've been a little behind on the eBay page. I gotta get back on that. But there's still about like 30 listings right now for comic books, video games, heavy metal memorabilia. There's links to our Twitter account, which is basically our Facebook account. And links to my Big Bang Theory fan fiction. What was that? UFOs. And also, pretty much all the links are also be in the description of this episode also, so in case you came across us. I think I've forgot to bring up the past couple episodes, just to remind people that we are on Stitcher.
Yes.
If you have an Android phone or Kindle Fire or, pretty much anything that has apps on it, even the iPhone has Stitcher on it. And we want to thank the people who run Stitcher. We got this thing, we're now what they call an associate of Stitcher. Like we've been with them long enough and brought enough direction to their
We're making our way
to
up.
their associates. So,
Moving on up.
actually,
Soon
I
we'll
think,
be the CEO. Well,
I think they might be advertising on our page now. So, like,
oh, cool.
So if you want to support us, you can visit us on Stitcher. And it's just super convenient because, I listen to podcasts all the time in my car. That's my main. I mean,
to himself talk.
I mean, even other people's podcasts. When I listen to Living Lame, when I listen to Kevin Smith's podcast, and I just, as a general rule, listen to other people's podcasts just to kind of like get an idea of what other people are talking about. I use Stitcher all the time because I have an Android phone. I don't use iTunes. And once again, we are on iTunes, and not that I don't want to support our iTunes page either, but iTunes is doing pretty good without our help.
Help Stitcher.
Stitcher is definitely worth it. I mean, hell, even if you have an iPhone, get the Stitcher app for your iPhone, because it's like, you know, they're the underdog. You like those underdog movies and stuff like that?
This is them.
Stitcher is that. You know, you get out on the ground floor while they're still the young up-and-comers, and, you know. Oh, okay, that's my phone. Hold on. And that's about it.
That's it. Until next time.
Thank you for listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristyn.
Don't be a stranger.
See ya.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double Jackpot.
What is it?
It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne? Smells good to me.
But
look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled C-O-L-O-N.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking, are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea, man. Look at her, fucking, she's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show. I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. And if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information Chris Cologne like a motherfucker.
I
and
will
his
totally
book,
read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonepodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.